Hello everyone, in today's class we are going to learn about plant-water relations. In this class we'll learn how the plants are controlling the hydration of the cells, including the collection of water that's from the soil through different parts of the plant, and also the loss of water by evaporation, that is from the leaves. Water plays an important role in all the physiological activities here, and it also is important in all the living organisms, right? And in case of plants, it provides a medium where the substances are dissolved here. The protoplasm of the cells in the water are nothing but the different molecules are dissolved in it and are suspended in it, right? Based on the different species of the plants, the plant water content is also different. When we are talking about the different plants or the different species, here when the example best is the watermelon, it has nearly 92% of water, whereas in case of herbaceous plants the water content is about 10 to 15%, right? And in case of the woody plants, within the plants also the distribution of water is different, right? In woody parts of the plant, the relatively there will be very little water than compared to the parts of the plant which are very soft or fleshy. Okay, these are the different distribution of water content. Like in case of seeds also, if you are talking about the seed, it may appear outside, the appearance of the seed may be dry, but still it has water inside it, because without water there cannot be no living organism can survive, that is there can be no life or there can be no respiration. When I told you about the loss of water, that is from the evaporation, here all the terrestrial plants will take up a huge amount of water daily, okay, but most of it will be lost through the evaporation, that is from the leaves, called as transpiration. Now these leaves, they have the stomata, thus through the stomata the transpiration occurs, right? So coming to the water potential is nothing but the measure of relative tendency of water that's moving from one place to another place, either by the diffusion or by osmosis, right? So to understand the plant water relations, the standard terms like water potential is necessary to understand that. So this water potential is dependent on two main components, or it is like here solute potential and pressure potential. So water potential is represented by a symbol psi W. Okay, what is water potential? Water potential is nothing but it is the measure of tendency of water that is moving from one place to the another place, either by the diffusion or by the osmosis, right? When the water is moving, it needs energy, right? In liquids as well as in gaseous forms, the water will move from one place to other place in a rapid or a constant movement, right? Now wherever the concentration of the water is higher, the greater the kinetic energy, that means the greater will be the movement, the kinetic energy will be more, hence the water potential also will be more. In case of pure water, the water potential is always zero. Okay, the water potential is always 0 in case of pure water at a standard temperature and pressure. Okay, as I told that water potential require movement of water from one place to other place, either by osmosis or diffusion. What is diffusion? Diffusion is nothing but the movement of particles from higher concentration, that is at a higher water level potential, to lower water potential, or from to the lower concentration area. That point we are calling it as diffusion, movement of particles from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. This we have studied in the previous class also, which we are calling it as downhill reaction. Diffusion is a downhill reaction where the water moves from higher concentrated area to the lower concentrated area. Now this water potential is represented by a Greek symbol, as I told, it is psi, and is expressed in units called as pascals. Okay, now what is as I told, water potential has two components, solute potential and pressure potential. What is solute potential here? Solute potential is nothing but like when we are adding some solute in a pure water, what will happen to the pure water? The concentration will decrease, the concentration of the pure water will decrease, right? So the lower the water potential, it will lower the solutions, all will lower the water potential of the pure water. Now this decrease in the water potential we are calling it as solute potential and represented by the symbol psi s. Okay, the decrease in the water potential due to the addition of solute is called as solute potential. Now this decrease will make its value negative. Okay, what will happen? The value will also decrease and hence it becomes negative. The more the solute molecules, the more negative it is. Okay, now for a solution at atmospheric pressure, then hence we can conclude that water potential will be equal to the solute potential. As we are adding the concentration, as we are adding the solute in the pure water, the water potential also will decrease. It is directly proportional then. So in case of pressure potential, so what is pressure potential then? Right, here if the pressure gets greater than atmospheric pressure is applied to pure water, the water potential will increase. This means when some water is entering into plant cells, right, when the water is entering into the plant cells from the roots by the diffusion or by the osmosis, so what will happen here? Due to the diffusion, the pressure for the cell wall increases and this will make the cell to become turgid. Turgid in the sense it will be swollen. Now this increase is the water potential also, right? This increases the water potential also. Now this increase in the water potential we are calling it as pressure potential, right? This increase in the water potential we'll call it as pressure potential. Okay, and this value, wherever the water potential is increasing, the value also will be increasing and hence this pressure potential will be positive. Whereas solute potential, the value is decreasing and hence it will be negative. But here in pressure potential, as the water potential is increasing, the value is also positive, right? Now this is observed in case of ascent of sap, right, where the water through the stem is moving from through the diffusion. Okay, and this is denoted by the symbol psi p. Now both are the components, solute potential and pressure potential, both are the components. So that means we can say that water potential is affected by both the components, solute potential as well as the pressure potential. So there will be a relation between all these three. Water potential will be equal to the mixture or combination of solute potential plus pressure potential, right? I hope it is clear. That means we can conclude that water potential is always affected by solute potential and pressure potential.